Hey Libra, intuitive soul coach here with your December 2023 love and family reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, so Libra, a lot of you are closing out an old cycle. This could be a karmic relationship or a karmic cycle where you had to replay something out repetitively. I'm getting here, this is so interesting how this is showing up. They're giving me a bull riding competition where the bull rider wants to get out there on that bull. And even though it's dangerous, even though it could jeopardize the rider's life, there is an adrenaline that comes with getting back out there, getting on the bull to make it to that 8 seconds. And for some of you, that's how this relationship felt. It felt like you were, you're getting on that bull. You just want to hang on for 8 seconds and you want to keep going and keep going and keep going because you're hoping that with enough practice, with enough dedication, with enough effort, that you're going to finally make it. And for some of you, I feel like you've tried, but you've learned valuable lessons and you're coming out of a cycle that's been very, very difficult, challenging, but yet exhilarating and exciting at the same time. But you've learned all that you could learn. And now there's an energy here of gratitude. Now showing up, your first card in the near future, in the recent past, you have the wheel. This is that wheel of fortune where this is destiny, fate, karma as well. This is a turning point in your life. So there could have been deep aha moments or epiphany moments around eclipse season, which would be your season, Libra season in October or so. But for a lot of you, you had that aha moment or truths coming out because they're showing me the Ace of Swords. And I feel like you may have felt a little bit stuck between even October and now, but December, which is showing up here as the eggs, December is your present energy about finally having that fresh start. So movement, you're moving towards here your highest good, and you're completing a cycle because you've hit all of the lessons. Not only did you maybe not make it to the 8 seconds, you've come really close, but you've learned so much about the ride. And that's what I see here for a lot of you. But now it's like you're retiring that. Maybe you want to live a simpler life, or perhaps you want to have a fresh start in a new relationship, or just go on and focus on your studies, your desires, your dreams, because I feel like this reading has to do with some of you that are coming up to an ending or a closing out of a cycle. If there is someone in your life that it's been a little bit challenging to deal with them, okay? There's a fresh start coming in here. Now you also have in the near future the books card. This is knowledge. This could be legalities as well, which you do have some possible legal stuff coming in here with the justice, which you're showing up in your own reading as your own outcome, which again is a lot of karma. Some of you are leaving a karmic situation, or you're cutting things off with a karmic partner. And karmic partners don't have to just be romantic. They could be, family, friendships, but they come in and teach you a whole hell of a lot of lessons. And those lessons can be difficult, but you've gained and acquired the wisdom that you now need to make choices that you weren't able to make in the past because you still needed to integrate them somehow. It's like you knew, your logical mind knew, or maybe you've known on a deep soul level, but for whatever reason, there had to be concrete evidence for you, or some sort of deep knowing, deep understanding, deep truth. I feel like you finally have what you need to do to move forward. Okay. And this is about you gaining the education, the knowledge. Some of you are going to focus on your own craft, maybe going back to school. You could be writing a book, writing a memoir, journaling more. All of these things are going to help you in the near future. But even though there's a cycle ending, I feel like you feel pretty darn good, whether you are the one that is saying enough is enough. I'm worn out from all that bull riding, right? My back hurts, my body hurts. I just want to soak and, not put myself in that game or in that energy any longer, because it's been definitely hard on you mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. But your main energy here, well, let's back it up. What you don't see coming or message from spirit, you actually have the Moose card over here in the corner. You're in a position of power, and I kind of get that here in your reading. So you could be calling the shots, or it's like even if someone has ended something with you, in a way you feel more empowered. Or maybe if you haven't been feeling that way, you're actually going to, because look at this. At the bottom here is the pine cone, spiritual realization. So there's something you now understand that allows you to make the decisions that maybe, again, you weren't ready, you weren't willing, you didn't fully integrate. There were some residual lessons that you continuously needed to learn. Whatever it may be, you're up in the game, you're up in the ante. And I feel like you're saying, you know, I gave it my all. I gave it one last ride. And even though it didn't succeed, I learned so much about myself, about what I want from relationships or what I want from, you know, life, because you start off here with the Seven of Cups. Now, the Seven of Cups is showing up here in reverse, but this is good because I feel like this person, this situation, this environment, it taught you so much. I mean, the Seven of Cups, there's so many different things in these cups. There's a little puppy, there's a heart, there's money, there's a castle, there's a ring, there is a clown. So maybe it brought out all different aspects of yourself here, Libra. So this relationship brought up things that you didn't even realize you had going on, right? You may have been shown truths within yourself, right? You may have seen truths within others. You may have had things that made you into a better man or better woman. This could be things that you've helped the other person out. So again, it wasn't all for nothing. There was a lot of growth, a lot of learning. And yeah, there's cups. There is love here in a situation. But what's crossing your energy is the Four of Wands. What's happened over time is that the walls that you've built with each other, and they're giving me, and I think this is a movie, If These Walls Could Talk. Okay, If These Walls Could Talk, maybe that's I don't think I've seen it. I've heard of it. But some of you, maybe that's, there could be, if you've seen that, there could be a message there for you. But I'm getting that you've built these walls together. But now that it's showing up in the challenge, it's like you've built a separation up. And some of you tried to mend it by building a bridge to each other. Some of you tried to heal it, but it's like no matter what, it's like you got thrown off that bridge. You got thrown into the deep end, and it's like, I'm tired of swimming. I'm tired of trying to get through to you or trying to get to you or whatever it may have been that's challenging or blocking the energy here. But the Four of Wands is saying celebrate all that you are, all that you've become, and all that you have left to live. Even if this situation isn't ideally what you would have hoped or wanted from it, can you celebrate what you've learned? Even if you're not celebrating with a person that you wanted to build the walls with. Okay, now a lot coming through here for you. It's been stressful, I see that. Now what's in your foundation is the Three of Cups. You may have always felt like the third wheel in a situation here, whether it was third party, whether someone suffered from maybe overindulging a little bit extra, right? Having one too many drinks, having one too many cocktails, maybe smoking a little bit too much, maybe partaking in energy with the ladies, right? But this is it's typically about celebratory energy, having fun. And maybe you partook in some of these celebrations with a person, but I get the energy that you just felt like you were the third wheel. And you felt like this relationship, there was always something hindering on the edge of it. Maybe someone's ex or someone's parent or a child, or, you know, there's just something here where it's not the Two of Cups that you maybe dreamt of. Maybe it was a wish that you've always wanted, right? There's just something here that's stuck in the foundation, and it's wedged that wall maybe between you and a person. And no matter how much you try to get to that Two of Cups, it's like you're swimming and swimming and swimming in the deep ends without floaties. And that current is strong and it's grabbing you up here, because we do see a lot of, well, We see a little bit of cup energy here for you. We have the 3 of Cups. We have the 8 of Cups showing up, 7 of Cups. So I see that love was present at one time. Now, in the recent past, there's some sort of distance. We have the 2 of Swords. The 2 of Swords is about needing to make a decision. And that's why you have this wheel, because it's like, okay, Libra, that wheel of fortune, that wheel is going to spin again. You can repeat the same cycle, but I have a feeling here you're not having fun, right? You don't want to repeat something. So this 2 of Swords in the recent past presented an opportunity for you to move forward and make a new choice. Now, of course, this choice can roll around again in the future. But why let yourself hold back from knowing what you now have the knowledge, the experience, and the wisdom to move forward into a brighter, happier, abundant new beginning? Because we see that showing up here with a fresh start. For those of you that were in a relationship where you just felt like you were walking on eggshells, or you had to be someone that you really weren't, or you were faking it, right? I'm getting the energy of faking it, faking that smile, faking that everything was okay. But really you may have been miserable, or maybe it was just something you slept in different bedrooms. Some of you, this has to do with your intimate life. And I just heard, what intimate life? So some of you, that was lacking. For others of you, there was a struggle because of whatever third party. And maybe it was, again, it could be cheating. It doesn't have to be. It could have even been something such as, a child. Sometimes a small child can affect intimacy as well. For others of you, it can be the stress of outside external influences. Whatever it was, I feel like got involved in the foundation of this relationship. And it left you needing to make a choice. And Libra, you can be a little indecisive. I'm a Libra. I get it. We can be indecisive at times. We can weigh up the pros, weigh up the cons. Is this in our highest good? Did we learn all that we could learn? Or do we need to go back for, another go around with that wheel? Libra, you've learned all that you could here. And with this 2 of Swords, I feel like you are wanting, or in the recent past, it's like you've needed the facts. You needed that aha moment or that proof like we talked about in the beginning, but you got it here. And some of you, right, there could be social media. That could even been the third party, someone constantly on their phone, or someone maybe texting someone else. Maybe it didn't get as far as, the intimacy, physical piece, but you may have found something out where someone was messaging or talking to someone else. It just didn't sit right here with you. So I feel like you've made a choice here. And even though it's been difficult, you're determined, but there's a little bit of hesitancy. You have here the 9 of Wands showing up in reverse of what's coming in. You're ready to end this cycle. We have a 9 here. You're a wounded warrior. I'm getting here love warrior. Carry On Warrior as well. Glennon Doyle actually wrote those books. Carry On Warrior, Love Warrior. That could be significant for you. 9 of Wands, though, is about feeling stressed out, about your passion, right? Your willpower, feeling like you're not quite sure. Is your intuition guiding you, or is this something that you can work through? Do I need to set some boundaries? You're wore out. You're wore out. And, you can see here in the background that there's a mom and there's a little child, and they're frustrated. There's a lot going on. So even if, you have a child with this person, or maybe some of you have raised children, or maybe children aren't even involved. It could be you fighting with someone else's inner child here. But regardless of what it is, it's affecting everyone around you. It's affecting both of you. So many times we look at it and say, or think that it's just affecting us, right? But we don't realize the ripple effect when we are constantly in that fight or flight. And this is saying, don't give up, Libra. Your persistence, your courage, your discipline is going to pay off. This is about you having that spiritual support and knowing that you don't have to go through this alone, because what do we have in the near future? The 10 of Swords. It says divorce certificate on the table here. There's some sort of ending coming in for you. And some of you are worried because you do have children, but I can guarantee your child seeing this energy within you is less healthy than if you were to walk away. Okay, or seeing this energy in the environment, even if you don't maybe fight in front of your children, they can still feel it. And they also are, you're leading by example. You are setting the example, setting the tone of, the next generation of the repetitive cycle. Do you want it to persist? If not, then you must be the catalyst of change. And I see here, Libra, that there's an ending coming in because you know what's best. It doesn't mean that it's easy to make, though, especially when there's emotions involved. This Ten of Swords can be painful. It can be that you have to let someone down, or someone's letting you down by, saying we must close this chapter, this cycle, this period. And even if you're the one that's closing the chapter, closing the door, it doesn't mean that it's easy. Sometimes it's even more difficult for the person ending it than it is the other person sometimes. How are you doing? How are you feeling? You're feeling okay. I do see this. You're actually feeling pretty okay. And why? Is because you've been doing the healing the whole time, right, Libra? You've been doing the healing from the beginning. Even if this is, a family member, if this is a romantic partnership, it's like you've processed little bits and pieces along the way where maybe someone that you were with doesn't process until what they have is gone, or they don't process until there's some sort of rock bottom. But you're feeling pretty darn okay with the Queen of Pentacles showing up in your energy. You're ready to grow, right? Books. She typically is very educated, very knowledgeable, very experienced. I mean, look at that. She has the whole apothecary behind her. She's able to mix her herbs. She has what she needs. She grows. She can be a gardener, taking care of the plants in her home. She makes delicious foods or healthy concoctions. She hosts maybe gatherings where people can come visit her, and she's okay with loving herself, loving her surroundings, and loving the people and situations that support her and uplift her. And I feel like that's what you're doing at this time. Now, what's going on in your environment? The Knight of Wands in reverse. There's been a lot of inconsistency, Libra, a lot of in and out in your life with this Knight of Wands. Someone deciding one thing and then deciding another, or saying one thing. Someone very impulsive in your life. Someone who tends to kind of live by, what is the saying, fly off the seat of your pants type of way. Is that what they say? But I feel like you're making the decision here and you're saying, okay, I'm sticking with it. There's no more back and forth. I've made up my mind and I'm following through. Pat yourself on the back, Libra. That's not always easy to do. Your hopes and fears. Maybe living without someone. Moving on. Eight of Cups is about abandonment. It can be about needing to leave behind something, even if it's your choice to leave it behind or if it's someone else's. Because we've built a life at times with these people. We've built a life, we've built a friendship, we've built family, we've built a home. And when the Eight of Cups presents itself, she has everything that she's built in this U-Haul, right? In this moving van. But you can see that she looks a little bit, she looks sad. She looks drained. Even though there is a sense of, okay, I do have a new chapter here, there's still a grieving process. And the fear is, what if I cannot move past this grieving process? Now that I've made a decision, what if I grieve or stay in that environment? Or what if I'm abandoning something that could have been the best thing, right? Don't get stuck in the energy of coulda, shoulda, woulda, because Libra, you are right here, right now. Allow yourself to let the tears fall. Remember the memories that you've made with someone. Remember the good times, but don't forget your why. Don't forget what you are in search of. Okay, and don't forget to send gratitude to this person, even if they've hurt you, because you've learned some very valuable lessons that you will take into your next relationship. Your final outcome here is the Justice. You're showing up here strong. I mean, some of you, you're going to go to court. There could be lawyer fees. Some of you may be lawyering it up. You may be talking to someone about, maybe even mediation, some sort of legal fees, custody, alimony. You may be talking to a partner about belongings, right? Do we sell the home? Who gets the car? Who gets the pets, the dogs, right? Whatever it is here. But the Justice ultimately is the card of karma. This is the card of balance. This is Libran energy. And it's about, karma being put out there. What karma is a law of cause and effect, right? It's based on the choices and the consequences that we've made in our lives. And we learn and grow from them. Karma isn't something that strikes out of a magic wand and says, here's some karma for you. And I'm not saying that you deserve necessarily the things that were, coming, that had happened to you. But some of you, there could be past life stuff that maybe you're not even familiar with, that you've needed to grow and learn and to release yourself from. Right? This could be things within yourself where maybe you've done everything that this person has done. And it's like you see yourself even through them, but maybe 20 years ago self. Maybe you see your 20-year-old self and you want to help them and you both wanted to be on the same level, but it's like there was always just someone here and someone here, right? It's like it was never equal at times, or it just felt like no matter what, it was hard to find that balance, Libra, with this person. And that's why you're ending things. There was just too much inconsistency. And Libra, if I know one thing about y'all, you don't like that imbalance. It really throws you for a loop. And when you're in it for a long period of time, it can affect you mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally. And if you're not strongly in touch with your intuition, it can leave you feeling scattered, right? It can leave you feeling a little bit all over the place here. Justice is your final outcome. So know that if you've been doing good, if you've been putting out good, that's what you're going to get back in return. And I also get that, now this isn't going to be for everyone, but someone could try to play dirty, but I actually feel like it's going to work out in your favor. I'm going to repeat that. Someone around you could be trying to, it's like they talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. And it's because they're hurt, Libra. Maybe someone says, well, I want that, or, I'm going to try to get more time with our child, or maybe it's, I want the house, whatever it is. It's like they are saying words that maybe hurt you. But when it comes down to push and shove, I feel like they ultimately just want balance in their lives as well. All right, very powerful read today. Let's take a look and get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. Ooh, Libra, that came out right away, and it actually landed on the 10 of Swords. So some of you, this is a big message regarding this ending. We have milk and honey. Look at that. There's a rainbow. Y'all, when does that rainbow come out? After the storm. So this is, Spirit is saying, yes, you may be going through that storm right now, but look at this baby elephant, right? That baby elephant is bathing in that milk. Milk is very, I've never taken a honey oat milk bath. I've heard about it, but it's about nurturing. It's that nurturing energy. Honey is very soothing, very calming. And then you have the rainbow. This is beautiful. Some of you may be 51 years old. You may be in a 6th life path or a 6th personal year. And the message here is all about the taste of prosperity. It's about opportunities born of authenticity. And what that means, Libra, is because you are being authentically you are tuning in and trusting your true north. And there's a knowing within you. There's a knowing within each and every one of us, where this is about trusting that your needs will be met and that you are moving forward on your soul's journey. Sensuality, connection, and passionate romance between lovers. There can be sweet moments of understanding and love amongst friends and family because they're all here for you. And I feel like this has to do more with family supporting you at this time, friends supporting you. Your heart's calling will be answered, Libra. Let your thoughts and feelings be sweet with gratitude, and you will be nourished with the honey of abundance. Beautiful. Now, because some of you are dealing with the ending and there's a message here, I'm going to read the protection message because it can be difficult as we try to process our emotions and feelings. And it says here, a nameless unease compels you to turn to pleasure and comfort as a means to escape what's really going on. It works in the moment, but only fleetingly before the feelings return and you need to re-up until you're exhausted, feeling worse than before. Now you may continue struggling, or you may see the light and choose to surrender to spirit. Now is the time for practicing extreme self-care. If you can, do so before you engage in behaviors that you'll later regret. You are so loved, Libra, so cared for. Feel love and compassion for yourself. Turn your troubles over to the divine for healing, because that's all that counts right now. Beautiful. So basically it's saying don't indulge in unhealthy things, right? Even though this ending is coming in. Someone may want intimacy, okay? Especially with this Knight of Wands. They may come in and say, hey, Libra, let's have some breakup, well, you know, breakup emotions, right? Breakup situations. Can we get together? Can we come in and out? Don't let yourself make some choices that you're going to regret, especially if you are, you know, partaking in maybe some salty margaritas, as these girls are here on the Three of Cups. We don't want to make that 3 a.m. call, or, you know, fess something that, you know, we're just feeling fleetingly in the moment. But our truth is, we know that it's not what we want. Okay. So just a warning out there for a few of you, but Milk and Honey is coming here. It's available. You have the sweet success of abundance coming in, especially once this ending is more prominent for you, because that's part of the fresh start. That's when the rainbow comes out, is after, you know, it rains and the sun comes out and you have all that misty dew, and then boom, sometimes you get the double rainbow. And I'm getting here for you, Libra, the double rainbow. I love it. Now let's get a few messages from the crystal spirits. Now, for those of you that have been with me before, you know that we typically tune into the energy of the animals, but today we're going to do crystals. So I just ask, if you can, Libra, take a nice deep breath in from the solar plexus chakra, the belly area. And I want you to close your eyes and tune into that third eye center. A nice, another deep breath in from the belly area. And upon your exhale, Libra, I want you to imagine a beautiful crystal, gemstone, mineral, or fossil in your mind's eye. Now, this could present itself as a crystal that you're familiar with. Perhaps it's a shape or a color. Maybe it's a phrase, a feeling, or an energy. There is no right or wrong answer, Libra. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you're ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your crystal or crystals, it's okay if you have more than one, in the comment section below the video. And I personally will enter you into that free reading giveaway, where I draw one winner around the 1st of each month and post right back here on the channel. So please hit that subscribe and bell button if you haven't already. All right. Hello, Malachite. Your crystal is Malachite for the month of December, which is all about clarity of thought and emotion. It's the right use of intellect, integrating thoughts and intuition. So this is a beautiful energy, and it's one of my personal favorites as well. When it comes to relationships, are you trying to justify, hello, justice? Are you trying to justify what you know? Malachite Spirit is here to tell you that you are both smart and wise. When you consider what is currently happening with your relationships, right thinking is married to your inner wisdom, right? Because that right side is our intuitive brain as well. Trust that you have the ability to balance the incoming messages from your rational self and the part of you that just knows. Let's see here. It says, honor your emotions, but be guided by the universe and your intellect to help you make decisions. And there's that Two of Swords. Honor your emotions, but be guided to let the universe help you when it comes to that decision-making process. For your emotions right now may be an echo of the past, out of proportion with what is happening today. Meditate, and it will be easier to see the evidence and use valid reasoning and intuition to weigh in. So what that means is, because what did we say about this Four of Wands? You've built a life with this person. You've built walls together. And even though you've been confined in these walls with this person, you have created a sense of self, a sense of home, a sense of stability, a sense of security. There is a sense of familiarity with that person, and your emotions could be all over the place at times, especially with the Seven of Cups. So how can you send gratitude and grace for the cups that they've opened up for you to see what you want, what you will put up with, what you don't want to put up with, right? How you've grown, how you've learned, what you've implemented. And sometimes emotions can get the best of you, and you may say, is this really for my highest good? Can we work through this? Can we get through this? But it's like putting yourself in that bull cage, right? Or that bull riding contest again, where you already know where it's going to end up. That's where your intuition and your rational mind come in. You've already rode that ride, right? You weren't able to hit that 8 seconds yet, but maybe that wasn't the game for you. Maybe that was just part of, the warm up in a way, or part of the lessons. Let's see here. Meditate, and it will be easier to see the evidence and use valid reasoning and intuition to weigh in. So this is a really beautiful stone, Libra, that helps integrate our personal power. And you have the position of power showing up here as well. And it says our personal power, our hearts, our intellect simultaneously. Malachite allows us to come from a place of authority without losing sight of what is for our highest good. It is a useful stone to work with when exploring tissues. Well, some of you, tissue. Okay, there could be some crying. Someone may need tissues, but it's issues. When exploring the issues here around the next right actions in families, right? And that's why you have the Four of Wands, because there's going to be tears shed, right? There's going to be tears shed, even if this is something that, there is a sense of relief. Allow these emotions to come, but just because the tears come, don't let that put you in a place of, well, I have tears, I have feelings, therefore I must stay. Right? Use your intuition, your knowing, and your intellect, because you know what you need to do here, Libra. It's not always easy, but you have what it takes. That is what I have for you. I hope it resonates. This was a pretty specific reading, so if it doesn't resonate, feel free to check out your moon, your rising, your Venus, or just catch the next one. If it does resonate, however, please hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. It helps the growth of the channel, which I greatly appreciate. And if you are not getting notifications and you have hit that bell, there's been a lot going on in the algorithm lately. Feel free to resubscribe. Feel free to hit that button again. Share, comment, like, post your crystals in the comment section below. All of that helps. And I love reading your comments. I love seeing how the energy resonates for you. I love seeing if the intuitive guidance and messages come through may resonate with you as well. But also they're showing me that double rainbow. So pay attention to the double rainbow, Libra, whether it shows up in the sky in front of you. Some of you may have recently caught a picture on camera. Maybe that's evidence that you need, that you are heading towards more abundance, more light, more love. Thank you so much for being here and tuning in, for your support, for your love, for your guidance as well. Because even though I'm here to coach you, you all help coach me as well. Lots of love to you, Libra.